Hello! I thought today might be a really fun day to try and put together some Christmas inspired outfits for you guys. I did end up having half a coffee this morning and I have been so anxious ever since. It's pretty much the only coffee that I've drank all year long. So I'm going to try and defrag a little bit by putting some outfits together. Hopefully you guys don't mind. I'm just going barefaced today, so you can imagine I'm wearing mascara. But anyway, it's all about the clothes, so let's see what outfits we can put together using things that I already own. Christmas in New Zealand is extremely warm. It's the end of November right now and it's about 25 degrees Celsius. And by the time that Christmas rocks around, it's going to be even warmer. Like it can definitely get up to 30 degrees here where I am. So shorts and Christmas, they go hand in hand. I like these particular shorts because they're just a little bit sort of loose on the belly, so they've got plenty of space for me to eat as much mashed potatoes as I want to. I kind of gave a little nod to the Christmas season by putting on my red velvet Mary Janes. Being afraid that I'm gonna get set on fire by this candle, I might move this candle. Got this poofy white blouse, which is really airy and easy breezy. I like that it covers my shoulders. I'm not going to be getting any sun on my shoulders, but it still feels very flirty, very feminine, like very festive appropriate for wearing around family, for wearing around friends. It's not too revealing. And honestly, I would probably end up bringing just something casual like this, especially for a family event. Gathering at the beach, gathering at someone's house, having a little potluck. Sunglasses are of course a must. And then honestly, my shoes are probably just gonna get kicked off and I'll be rocking around barefoot. I'm keeping it so simple with my jewellery. I've just got this little pair of gold vermeil hoops that I've had forever and this pair of little gold studs from Kin that I always wear. I never take them out. They just seem to go with everything. Another outfit with the shorts, because I really am trying to learn how to style these. They're not really in my comfort zone. They're a little bit more like classy and womanly and elevated than what I normally go for, but I'm seeing if I can lean into that kind of style a little bit more and how I would pair it. I showed this outfit in the Uniqlo / Doen video that I made and I just thought, yeah, I really like that for more of a Christmassy, elevated, like Australian Christmas, Kiwi Christmas kind of vibe. It's again like a little bit more classy with the nude pumps. You could probably take this into the evening. I love these heels and I don't have too many opportunities in my real life to actually wear heels unless I just kind of want to go stumping around in heels, which, you know, that's not really me. So this is the time of year that if I can, I will. And again, you have to imagine all of these outfits with my shoes kicked off because that's probably likely the scenario of what's going to end up happening. This whole video is just going to turn into my petition to join the Classy Demure Ladies Club because look at this outfit. How classy and demure do I feel wearing this? Yet again, head to toe Uniqlo with the Vivaya shoes. But I think especially with the little watch on, it makes it feel very like pared back, very easy to wear, very elegant. The swish of the satin and the purple it's so festive. I really like it. Purple and navy, who knew? I think all we're missing now is like a diamond tennis necklace or maybe a string of pearls or something. I think that would be the finishing touch. Maybe a red lip as well. Okay, this next one is slightly debatable for me because actually the t-shirt is cashmere and I think that might be a little bit too warm for me and my climate at the moment, but would be totally perfect for somebody who is in the northern hemisphere. You will notice that I'm reusing a lot of the same pieces from outfit to outfit. How we can kind of get more versatility and use out of the pieces that we already own. I can also imagine if I was somewhere colder for Christmas, I would be so into wearing some sort of actual jumper, like a Fair Isle jumper or something like green or red or brightly colored. Of course, some sort of comfortable dress is always appropriate. I do think that this would work really well for a northern hemisphere Christmas as well. Obviously, you might need to add some tights or add some leggings or something underneath for a little bit of warmth if you're feeling chilly. Oftentimes, if we have the heating on inside, like we're not going to be that cold when we're indoors, but it's just like going to and fro from gatherings and things like that. But if you're staying inside, this would be really nice and relaxing to wear. It is almost impossible for anybody in Australia and New Zealand to do like hot girl summer because Christmas is just so full of really good snacks, and I don't see why we should, deprive ourselves at this time of year. I've gone with the more casual sandals. They're flat, but they are silver and very kind of festive looking. You've got plenty of coverage, but because the fabric is so light, it's not going to be like sweltering and overheating. So this is how I would wear it for a winter Christmas, with some boots, with a nice snuggly jumper. And if you can see how flushed I am, it is so warm right now. It can be quite a good idea to have in your back pocket like a cozy, cute travel outfit, especially if you have to like travel to the next town or like travel for a few hours to see people, to see family. And so I think like something cute and cozy but a little bit elevated, something like this would be perfect, especially if it's kind of summertime, but you can kind of extrapolate out again to be suitable for the colder weather. Light and comfortable, but in like a longer silhouette. Like if we were driving to the beach, or if we were taking the boat out or something like that, this is kind of like a little bit relaxed but still a little bit elevated. It's comfortable, it's cute, and I think especially whenever I put on these silver sandals, I always feel that little bit more festive, kind of twinkly, like a Christmas ornament. So this is my option for like if we're doing something casual, if we're going to go and see friends. They're kind of like for the in-between days, when everybody's resting and relaxing, but you still want to be a little bit put together. In the heat, this is what I would be wearing. Beach days, barbecue days, that kind of thing. This time of year is kind of like you need these like jack of all trades outfits, things that you can like run to town to do some errands. Maybe you're grabbing some like last minute blocks of cheese, you're getting bubbles for the festivities, you realize you ran out of sellotape for the wrapping paper. There's a lot of like you're out, you're back, you're going, you're coming, you're like toing and froing. And I think it can really help to have a few outfits in your back pocket that are kind of like this. They're comfortable, but they're a little bit more dressy. Like you can throw on your hat, you can feel prepared to go, throw on your big bag so that you can fit all of your like extra toilet paper or whatever it is that you forgot that you need, but yet you still feel like you can kind of show up at the party and be like, oh, I'm still presentable, I haven't got my real outfit on yet, but here I am. And you don't feel like, oh my god, I'm like just running around like in half of a pajama tank top, and like, you know what I mean? Especially if you're in the heat, I feel like it can be so easy to get overwhelmed, to get frazzled, and then to like, I guess to end up just like looking all hot and bothered. And so that's why I like to have a few like a little bit casual, a little bit still put together outfits to fall back on for when I'm like, shoot, I like still in my pajamas, need to leave the house to like get this and this. And so this is my kind of go-to outfit for those errand days. And then of course we can like slip back into our swimming togs or whatever we're wearing when we're at home. The same skirt can be very much so dressed up for going out with the girls, or maybe you're going for a cute little date night or something like that. So sweet little mini going out top. This is definitely giving Christmas drinkies vibes. Espresso martini maybe. Decaf. I feel like this will be a little bit kind of like office Christmas party appropriate. To be honest, I kind of wish I was wearing shorts. These pants are feeling a little bit too warm for me, but if I knew I was going somewhere air conditioned, this might be more of a vibe. And because it's all kind of white, I almost feel like I want it to be somewhere that maybe I'm not going to be hanging out with my kids, and I'm not going to be eating, and I'm not going to be spilling like red spaghetti sauce on myself or something. Maybe brunch with the girlfriends or something like that. Something a little bit more like low-key and casual, but still like, it's just an excuse to get dressed up a little bit more. I am hosting a Christmas crafternoon this week, and I've got a whole bunch of girlfriends coming over. We're going to bring in the table from outside. We're all going to be making little ornaments, felted ornaments with beads, and like do some painted cardstock ones as well. And I kind of like an all white moment kind of outfit for that. A full white midi sort of skirt is such a staple for me during summer, and I think this one is perfect because I do actually have some house paint on it here, so it's not actually super pristine, and I don't mind if I get like little spots of glue or something on it or little bits of paint, but it's still kind of festive and fun. And again, with the velvet shoes to keep it more kind of in line with the Christmas vibes. And now I just need a glass of bubbles to complete the outfit. This is another hostess outfit, I would say, for me. Something where like the girls were coming over in the evening, or if we were just having some like festive drinks and snacks and just hanging out, you know, prepping a little cheese board or something like that. And I think this kind of works from like Christmas, like moving towards New Year's Eve as well. More than likely I would wear my flat shoes if I was staying in, and my heels if I was going out, but I guess it kind of depends on my mood as well. I'm planning a New Year's Eve party as well, so this might be my New Year's Eve party outfit. I feel like we're pretty much just coming full circle now. I'm basically just like going up and down in formality levels, adding in pieces, taking out pieces, and it kind of all is hinging on like, if the outfit is feeling a little bit more casual, then I'll put on my like high heels that will elevate it to a little bit more of like a dressy or a formal occasion. And then if we're kind of going to something a little bit more chill, a little bit more family oriented, hanging out at the beach or something, then you just sort of switch out the shoes again, and it kind of starts to tone things down. I feel like most pieces in my wardrobe lend themselves pretty well to being styled up or styled down, at least a little bit, within the realms of my very casual life. And so just having a few different shoe options can be just very helpful to take the tone of the outfit up or down as needed. I think I'm gonna leave the outfits there for today. Let me know in the comments which one was your favorite, and if you're going to try and do the same kind of play with your wardrobe and try and figure out some outfits that you can have like in the bank, you know, before the silly season is truly upon us. Thank you so much for watching, and subscribe if you think we should see more of each other. I'll chat to you really shortly in my next one. Bye.